We're going to go inside Mark Wahlberg's $90 million mega mansion. So, Mark Wahlberg lists his 6-acre Beverly Hills estate for nearly $90 million inside the 12-bedroom mansion featuring library, theater, and 5-hole golf course he built from the ground up after purchasing land in 2009 for $8 million. So let's get right into it. So Mark Wahlberg has listed as massive blah 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 blah. The 50-year-old actor initially splashed out $8.25 million for a dirt lot in 2009 in the exclusive North Beverly Park community located in the canyon overlooking Hollywood and enlisted the help of architect Richard Landry of the Landry Design Group to create the home of his dreams. Now, more than 12 years later, Wahlberg is saying goodbye to the family compound he built from scratch, which features an astonishing 12 bedrooms and 20 bathrooms across 30,500 square feet of living space. By the way, as just like a side question, why do you need 20 bathrooms? Why do you need 12 bedrooms? The running cost for this estate must be disgusting. I mean, from the sky viewpoints of this, it looks actually amazing. It looks beautiful, honestly. Let's see. So the 267,335 square foot lot is nestled behind guarded gates below Mulholland Drive in the ultra swanky area with neighbors including Denzel Washington, Sylvester Stallone, Justin Bieber, Eddie Murphy, and Samuel L. Jackson and Lisa Vanderpump, to name a few. A spectacular two-story entry welcomes guests into the home and features a grand foyer with a dual staircase and gorgeous wainscoting along the walls. Round arch hallways throughout the home offer a more Roman design to the contemporary living spaces, with a family room leading to an extensive library. Marble flooring is used throughout the front of the home until guests reach the kitchen, where dark wooden floors add an extra earthy element to the bright white designs. Double countertops with additional cabinets provide ample prep and storage space for the most amateur to professional chefs, with built-in top-of-the-line appliances to complement the 6-burner stove. Now, that is a pretty cool court right there. Wow. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. Like, I don't really see anything that looks bad in this home. My thing is, say you were to buy this home or you were to build this home. If you didn't have a lot of family and friends there, wouldn't you feel really lonely? Hmm. So a bright blue breakfast nook has wall-to-wall glass French doors and received finishing touches with a sparkling chandelier and floral curtains. One cozy room included a fireplace with a comfortable couch and extra-wide crown molding along the ceiling. Upstairs, the primary room was a sight to be seen as it featured a sitting area with a full couch, chair, and ottoman set up next to the luxurious California king-size four-post bed. If the bedroom wasn't enough, the closet was surely coveted, with room for an entire shop's worth of clothing to be stored in custom cabinetry and multiple crystal chandeliers sparkling from the ceiling. And another dressing room appeared to be designed specially for Marky Mark, with dark wooden features in athletic shoes covering multiple walls. Hmm. I mean, that's a nice closet. And I guess this is his place. Yeah, I can see that being his place. His closet. That's a nice bathroom. The gym looks pretty awesome. So Mark also built a full-scale gym at his family home where he was known to keep a rigorous routine, and even last year packed on 20 pounds in just 3 weeks for his role as a boxer turned priest in the upcoming film Father Stew. I mean, that is pretty cool to be able to like work out at your house like that with your own personal gym. So entertaining came easy for the Wahlberg family with a built-in theater which provided seating for more than a dozen people at any given time. Blah 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 blah. Mark built the full-scale gym. In 2018, Mark Wahlberg shocked his followers when he revealed his carefully regimented schedule, where he claimed that his typical day began with him waking up at 2:30 a.m., followed by prayer time 15 minutes later, and getting to the gym by 3:40 a.m. But the real sweet spot was the outdoor space, which was transformed into a serene hideaway with a sparkling pool and spa in addition to a resort-like grotto. Wahlberg included a fire pit and sitting area into the design plans when building the massive pool area outside, which is nearby a guest house and skate park. And after swimming a few laps, he made sure he could practice his swing with his own 5-hole golf course built onto the side of his property. The impressive estate was built from the ground up after Mark purchased the land for $8.25 million in 2009, and as of 2015 was finally finished building the mansion. So it took him 6 years to build it. I wonder how much it actually cost him to make. Now that is a pretty cool thing. Yeah. Geez, that golf course looks pretty nice too. And I don't even like golf, but that looks pretty nice. Wow. Yeah, I mean that's pretty interesting. I actually liked it. But let's look into the comments section. Far too understated and modest. I'd also need a statue or two of myself at least. Another monstrosity. Marky's estate was decorated for him by the prestigious decorating firm of Hideous, Garish, and Ostentatious Ltd. House great, but neighbors, no thanks, I'll pass. That's quite an impressive home, but is about the size of Versailles. Hope he's on a 2-year fixed energy plan because the upkeep on that must be quite high, California weather or not. And here's the thing, right? Like this is the thing that like a lot of people don't understand. But you got to keep in mind, it's not only just the size of this home, right? That is an issue. It's not just the cost of this home that is an issue, but it's the fact that this home is also in basically the worst state to have a home like this, which is California. So you're going to be paying a disgusting amount of property taxes on this home, insurance, all these other different types of taxes on the home because California likes to tax people like crazy. Plus, you got crazy high energy bills. Plus, you got crazy other maintenance things that you got to do, right? So the maintenance cost for this home is probably like a few $1 million a year, right? So you got to be filthy rich just to maintain this house. So good luck with that, Marky Mark. What on earth do you do with a house like that? Sell it for 87 million, and if you do, laugh all the way to the bank. And here's the thing, you might be wondering, why is he selling his house? The reason why he's selling his house, and a lot of people may not be aware of this, but there's currently a proposed tax bill by the Biden administration that is going to destroy this country in terms of like finances in a pretty heavy way, right? So if you are on the higher net worth individual, the smartest thing for you to probably do is to actually sell your assets this year to try to pocket as much profit as possible, paying the least amount of taxes as possible to like kind of like prevent you having to pay a disgusting amount of money if this proposed tax bill ends up getting voted in. So let's hope he also owns the hills, otherwise that will be awfully overlooked. Seriously, how much money do actors earn? Well, Mark Wahlberg probably has made over a few $100 million from all of his acting and sponsors and all that kind of stuff. So it's very much like a Hollywood set for a French villa. The upkeep in taxes must be horrendous. I agree. It's too big. I agree. Everyone's billing out of California. It's beautiful, but far too big for a comfortable family home. Also, with all that money, wouldn't you prefer to be on the hills with the view rather than in the gully surrounded by retaining walls? Is this the guy that blinded someone in a fight? Yes, it is. Probably can't afford the upkeep anymore. He probably can afford the upkeep, but he probably wants to sell it for trying to pocket as much money as he can and pay as little taxes as he can. It beggars belief that in this world, a two-bit actor from America with mediocre talent can own a house nearing $100 million, and yet in a country like Madagascar, people are dying from famine. There is categorically no such thing as a god. Wow. Right, the size of this is just stupid. If I had the money, I would never live in a mega mansion. That's a lot of rooms you would never step foot in, and for what reason? Just embarrassing, honestly. And here's the thing that also people don't really understand. When you get to that like type of like net worth, that sort of like income level, money level, wealth level, things just start to like keep like escalating and escalating and escalating to the point where you're like no longer living your own life, but you basically have assistants. You basically have like a business operating your own life to where you're not really living your own life. So what I mean by this, if you live in like a $100 million property, right, on like nearly 270,000 square feet, right, of like land, plot of land, right? And you got 12 bathrooms and, well, like going on, I think 20 bathrooms, 12 bedrooms, that kind of stuff. If you're dealing with something that size, you are not managing that property yourself. You probably have assistant, probably two assistants. You probably got a butler. You got probably multiple cleaning ladies. You probably got multiple gardeners. You probably got multiple painters on call. You probably have like your own construction people, construction team. Like, you literally have a business just simply operating your household. Like, it's crazy. Security and guests, I would imagine 20 bathrooms. How many people live in the house? The outside facade is tacky and dated. Whoever has the money to buy this will probably do a complete teardown. Property taxes. Meghan Markle and Harry have 18 for two adults and two kids. Their cheap house in Montecito was purchased for 14 million. I know it's his money and all that, but honestly, does one family need to have that much? Just makes me sick. I'd rather buy land and build a brand new house. Not worth all that money. It looks old and outdated. Da, 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 da. So before you're green with money envy, DM, so basically Daily Mail, recently reported a Beverly Hills surgeon bulldozed two large plots of land and turned it into a $100 million behemoth mansion with zero takers. I doubt the surgeon had many peaceful nights' sleep during this traitorous endeavor. Tax the rich, get a job, leaving California, can't imagine why. Da-da-da-da. Not worth a penny more on 40 million. So here's the math part. Land was 9 million. Bank had to lend likely 35 million plus for the 2 to 3 year plus year build, plus interest, property taxes, upkeep, permits, delay issues, or overruns. Mark likely did well, but many people went bankrupt, risking a project this huge. Deep pockets required. But you also got to keep in mind just how much potential money Mark Wahlberg actually has made throughout his whole career. Okay. So feel free to give your thoughts. I thought this was actually a pretty interesting looking place. Part of it looked pretty cool. It does look kind of like tacky. It does kind of look really outdated. But either way, I thought it overall looked pretty cool. Totally not worth that amount of money. And he's probably basically trying to sell this to get as much profit as possible before anyone ends up potentially getting destroyed by the proposed tax bill by the Biden administration. If you want to learn how to get a debt and manage your money, go to 40inbox.com.